Yazid was a man who destroyed the Kaaba. Yazid was a man who went against Imam Hussein. We can speak day and night. But if we don't realize the Yazid and Shimr of our time, there's no use. Imam says, be practical with my message. Take my message and apply it to yourself. Number one, never accept humility. Number two, Imam Hussein alayhi salam reflected the very fact that even if you're a minority and you're fighting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't worry, because you will be victorious. You will be victorious. What kind of victory? What does victory mean? Imam says, you will be victorious. If there's one thing Imam Hussein did in Karbala, he redefined for us numerous terms. What do I mean by that? Victory today, or even success. Success today is defined as what? Society says successful one is maybe one who owns an investment bank, or somebody who financially is stable, or somebody who's running a good life, living a luxurious life. This is the term and the definition that society comes to you and gives you for a successful human being. The Quran came and said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Quran says what? Successful one is the believer. Who's the believer? الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Notice how Islam came and redefined for certain terms. Imam Hussein alayhi salam redefined for us numerous terms. Number one, victory. He redefined victory for us. Imam proved to us that in Karbala, the victorious one isn't the one that wins the battle physically. Isn't the one who wins a battle physically. As in Yazid after the battle of Karbala, he was boasting, he was arrogant, he was with pride, shouting to the world that I have killed grandson of Rasulullah, and he truly thought he was victorious. Zainab alayhi salam, today in the morning we spoke about Zainab alayhi salam. Zainab alayhi salam, when she was standing in front of Yazid, you know what she told him? She told him, كِدْ كَيْدَكْ يا يزيد وَاسْعَ سَعْيَكْ فَمَا أَيَّامُكَ إِلَّا عَدَدْ وَمَا شَمْلُكَ إِلَّا بَدَدْ. She told him, oh Yazid, do you truly think that by killing the godly ones, killing the grandson of Rasulullah, you have become victorious? And she quoted the verse from the Holy Quran. It says, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرٌ لِأَنفُسِهِمْ إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا. Notice this verse. Profound verse. She quoted the verse from the Holy Quran. She told him, the verse says, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Let not those who are disbelievers think that because they feel victorious, notice, redefine the term victorious. Let them not think that because they're becoming victorious and they have power in this earth, that Allah is satisfied with them. إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا. Indeed, we increase sustenance to them. Why? So their sin can increase. Allah is saying, I'm giving you an opportunity to commit sin so that on the day of judgment, I can give you the punishment that you received. And indeed, it's not only Yazid ibn Muawiyah that had this problem. Many of us have this problem today too. We believe that I'm going to school, financially I'm stable, I have my degree, I'm doing good, everybody's happy with me. I must be doing something right. Allah must be happy with me. I like to call this satanic logic. We begin to have this satanic logic. I'm doing good. My family is happy with me. I have all the money in the world. I have the best car. 2011 just came out. I got it. And He's happy. Allah says that don't think just because you have all the wealth in the world that I'm satisfied with you. Because society being satisfied with someone doesn't necessarily mean Allah is satisfied with you. What does the verse say? It says, وَلَمَّا نَسُوا مَا ذُكِّرُوا بِهِ فَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ أَبْوَابَ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. This verse is amazing. It says, وَلَمَّا نَسُوا مَا ذُكِّرُوا بِهِ. And once they forgot what we came to remind them with, once we go in a state of ghafla, ghafla is what? Heedlessness. We forget. You ask him, brother, why have you been created? Well, I don't know. Brother, why are you smoking? Well, everybody else is doing it. Why should I do it? You know, we have this ghafla. We begin to build this curtain in front of our eyes. وَلَمَّا نَسُوا مَا ذُكِّرُوا بِهِ. Notice the verse what Allah says. Once they forgot, once they go into this state of ghafla, what do? Do we send them a tornado? Do we destroy their houses? Do we torture them? No. فَتَحْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ أَبْوَابَ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. We opened for them the doors of everything. حَتَّى إِذَا فَرِحُوا. Until they become happy. Until they become satisfied. Many times we think we're doing good. Allah, People are happy with me. I have all the money in the world. I must be doing something right. Allah says, I'm giving you this wealth. I'm giving you this sustenance for two reasons. Why? Number one, to give you time to come back to me. To give you time to come back to your senses. Number one. And number two, to see how you're going to use this ni'mah that I have given you. Allah says it's the test. Testing you. So hence you see that Imam Hussein alayhi salam redefined first the term of victory, number one. The second term that Imam Hussein alayhi salam redefined in Karbala is death. Many of us fear death. Many of us are scared of death. Whenever somebody comes to you and speaks about death, you're scared. You don't know what to do. You just feel uncomfortable. Stop talking about death. Why? Do you know why we fear death? We fear death because we don't know what death is. We don't know what death is. And many of us believe that death is annihilation. You come to a brother, why do you fear death? How can I leave this world? This is something fearful. How can I comprehend this? Allah says death isn't annihilation. Death is simply a transition. Death is a transition from this world to the next. When I understand that death is going to take me to the everlasting world, why would I be sad? Imam Hussein alayhi salam said what? He says what? He says, إن الحياة, he says, إن الموت لي سعادة والحياة مع الظالمين إني لا أرى الموت إلا سعادة. Notice what he says. I don't look at death except as a sense of happiness. What do you mean, Imam? You're happy? You're going to die? How could you be happy? He says, إني لا أرى الموت إلا سعادة والحياة مع الظالمين إلا برضا. He says, I don't look at death as annihilation. It's a transition. As in, sometimes I think to myself, how could Imam Hussein possibly maintain his composure in Karbala? His family is being killed. People are against him. 30,000 people. Can you just imagine this? 30,000 people against you, wanting to kill you, and only you. The opponents of Imam Hussein didn't want to kill his companions. They wanted to kill him. He looks into their eyes with no fear. Now this is easy to say, of course. But once you're in a situation, don't be surprised if you run away. It's something hard. He says, death to me is simply a transition. And it's the fact that Imam Hussein alayhi salam understood death that made him become confident in Karbala. He says, okay, I will be killed. My life may be taken. But there's going to be a transition statement, meaning death. And there's going to be a day of judgment where justice will be served. Justice will be served. That's why in the Holy Quran, if there's one concept that's mentioned prevalently and constantly, it's the concept of Day of Judgment. 1,400 verses in the Quran speak about Day of Judgment. 1,400 verses. There isn't a concept or even a topic that's emphasized in the Quran more than Day of Judgment. I should always be thinking of Day of Judgment. For example, I want to steal something on a contemporary level. I want to steal something. Let me understand that on the Day of Judgment, the video will be played, right? And I'll be standing there, and Allah will show me. He'll tell you, Ali, your turn is to come up for Yawm al-Qiyamah. I go and stand in front of Allah. He says, what were you doing, for example, January 23rd, 2007? Told me, Imam, Allah, I don't know what I was doing. He said, on that day you stole something. Me? Stole something? No way. Play the video, Jibreel. He plays the video, and you'll see Ali coming, stealing it, and putting it in his pocket. When I understand even the most minute action I make, وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. Allah says, you may do something, in your eyes, it may look like something simple. Because sometimes we sit, brothers and sisters, left and right, and we say, this is we start coming up with these terms, white lies, or something like that, It's okay, it's something small. Imam Ali bin Abi Talib, he says, don't look at the size of the sin, but look at who you're disobeying. As in, the sin may be small, but you're disobeying the one who gave you mercy. You're disobeying the one who is Rahim to you. Number two, even if you're a minority, as long as you're serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it doesn't matter. Why? Because you understand there's a Day of Judgment. Number three, don't compromise your faith for your personal interest. Don't compromise your faith for your personal interest. Many times we're tested. Allah tests us. He says, I'm going to give you an opportunity to, for example, make a lot of money. To make a big amount of money. but in a haram way. Allah tests us. He says, are you going to sacrifice your religion for your personal deeds, for your personal benefits, for your personal needs? Many of us fail. It's unfortunate. Abu Fadl al-Abbas, on the 10th of Muharram when he was running, his right arm was cut. He said, take my left arm. Why? Because he understood the religion of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He understood the religion of the Prophet is more important than his body. He's sacrificing his needs for the needs and the satisfaction of Allah. Allah doesn't have needs, but for the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, وَاللَّهِ انْقَطَعْتُمُ يَمِينِي إني أحامي أبدا عن ديني وعن إمام صادق اليقين نجل النبي الطاهر الأمين. He says, take my right arm. My left is welcoming you. Go ahead, take it as well. Why? Because I'm doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We shouldn't sacrifice our own benefits for the benefit, Allah's benefit, for our own benefits. This is a problem. And therefore, once we extract these lessons from the Battle of Karbala, you'll begin to recognize who Imam Hussein alayhi salam is. I would like to read to you a short sermon that Imam Hussein alayhi salam gave. This is his last sermon. If there's one thing Imam was emphasizing in Karbala, it's the fact that he's trying to familiarize himself with the people. Telling them, I am the grandson of Rasulullah. I am the son of Fatima Zahra. I am the only representative of Allah on this earth. Travel the world from east to west, you won't find another grandson of Rasulullah. What is he trying to do? He's trying to let them understand who they're fighting. Because Shimr, Imam Hussein is speaking. He's giving the sermon. He says, Ya ibn Fatima, what are you saying? We don't understand what you're saying. They killed Imam Hussein out of ignorance. And the same reason why Imam Hussein alayhi salam was killed on the 10th of Muharram is the same reason why Shia are being killed today. Understand this. The same reason why. They came to Imam Hussein, they asked him, Imam, Shimr is sitting on the chest of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. He tells him, Ya Shimr, ala ta'rifuni. Do you not know me? He says, Na'am a'rifuka. Anta al-Hussein ibn Fatima bint Muhammad. He says, you are Hussein, son of Fatima, daughter of the Prophet. He said, then if you know me, why do you want to kill me? Look at the answer he gives him. He tells him, بُغْضًا مِنْ أَبِيكَ Ali. He says, envy from your father Ali. Go search the world. Why are we being killed? Why is she having sacrifice left and right? Envy. There's two reasons. Either ignorance, and I highly doubt that. The books of Islam are there out for you to read. Ignorance or envy. Karbala hinged on envy. Jealousy. Yusuf was thrown into the well. Why? Because of jealousy. Jealousy has the ability to control a human being and allows him, gives him this ability to do something he totally doesn't want to do, but it controls his body. So I would like to just recite this short sermon. On the 10th of Muharram, Imam Hussein admonished the army of Bani Umayyah in Karbala by giving an eloquent sermon. Notice how he's recognizing. He's allowing them to recognize who he is, making himself familiar. Because once you know Imam Hussein, you won't have the audacity to kill him. He says, the Holy Prophet raised me by feeding me the divine prophecies. This sermon is unbelievable. He tells them, I am the son of the Prophet, and my mother is Batul. I have been created as an infallible Imam. I have the privilege of being the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Notice, who's my family? Do you know who my family is? I have been privileged to be the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I am the son of that who holds the key to the future events and sustenance of the whole universe. Notice, when you want to speak about Imam Hussein, I mentioned this before, don't cocoon the message of Imam Hussein. Because many of us, when we speak about Hussein, we begin to speak like he's exclusive for us. Imam Hussein didn't come simply for us, the Muslims. Imam Hussein came for every human being. He came for the Christian. He came for the Jewish. Because Imam came with universal principles. Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Muharram, he came to do what? He came to complete the mission of Jesus. He came to complete the mission of Moses. Once we let the world know who Hussein is, he came for universal. Even the atheist has the ability to learn from Imam Hussein. He came with these universal principles. He tells them, I am the son of that who holds the key to the future events and sustenance of the whole universe. Hassan, my brother, has brought me up to his customs. I am the divine authority. Recognize me prior to declaring war against me. Notice what he says. Recognize me before prior to declaring war against me. Beware, you will close all the